Welcome into Sports Idiot Nation. Today is Friday, January 23rd. Today we're going to debate which championship game will be more lopsided. We'll give you 5 good reasons why Jarrett Stidham might take his team to the Super Bowl. And we'll find out why this weekend's hottest ticket is Sean versus Mike.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. By idiots, for idiots.
This is Sports Idiot Nation.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Welcome back, sinners. This is Season 2 of Sports Idiot Nation.
Welcome into Sports Idiot Nation, the weekly show that comes to you 3 times a week. It is a Friday, and T.I. is going to tell us the story of how he got the two-tone blue. You're looking at him, and here's my theory. I'm gonna show you this theory, the good theory, the best theory. People are calling it all over the best theory.
Nobody has theories like this guy. Nobody has theories like this guy.
So
the most bigly theories of the world.
So T.I. on the group chat with one and a me and a one a me, a dia do. Me and Miles on the group chat. T.I.
Jesus.
sent a picture.
Where's Miles when you need him? We're already off the rails. My God.
Help me. Yeah. He sent us a picture of these cracked headphones. And then a day later, he's got the two-tone blue that are so perfect. They are sponsored by the Tennessee Titans, obviously.
They are.
Tennessee Titans are sponsored by Five Below. That's the kind of organization that probably sponsors them. So I'm like, this dude broke these on purpose. And then knew that these were on sale at Five Below. Took out a mortgage on his house, and
everything's on sale at Five Below. It's $1, $5, or $10. You know?
Yeah. And so pick those up. I will say they do look pretty sharp. I am jealous.
They do, man. You know,
I do have. Look right here. You can see my Niner ones that for the Niner podcast. That later this morning, I'm going to go live with Johnny Dell. I will be sporting those.
But they're not gold and red, you know? Maybe you could paint them.
Yeah, I'll get Caleb Williams. He has some leftover. Maybe if he has some leftover paint. All right, so exciting show. We got some exciting whites to get through. A lot of exciting whites. And a Sala. So we got some whites and a Sala. So let's start with Baltimore. So we are talking before the show. You did not realize that Jesse Minter, 42-year-old Jesse Minter, in his mid-30s, was the defensive coordinator for Baltimore. Because you were like, oh, I don't think Baltimore's happy. I'm like, I don't know what else to, you got a guy who's been there. He knows a lot of the systems, and
their fans are just upset. Their fans are upset. I mean, they lost a generational coach. So they're just upset. They're in their feelings. But yeah, they're all online. They're just like, oh, this is going to set us back 5 years.
Well, why can't we hire Bill Walsh? Well, who did they want?
I don't know. They want Cliff Kingsbury as their OC, though. Apparently, the whole team is like put out a SOS for him, starting with Lamar Jackson. So,
Actually,
I didn't remember Jesse Minter there. I mean, like I said, Mike McDonald is who I remember recently, because that's when their defense was just phenomenal, and their defense ever since he's left, their defense has been pretty suspect. And as we talk about talk about the NFC Championship, I mean, obviously Mike McDonald's a good coach. But I mean, I don't think the Chargers defense have been all that bad. So I don't see what the big deal is. It hasn't been top tier, but it hasn't been bottom tier by any means.
So let's talk about this musical chairs going on with the Harbaughs. So you got Jim Harbaugh in Los Angeles, the Chargers of San Diego, the Los Angeles version, and his offensive coordinator is now the former coach of the Dolphins, Juan Pablo Mike McDaniel, right? Is so calling plays over in LA, and then the defensive coordinator for Jim Harbaugh leaves and is now the head coach of the Ravens. There's talk of, well, we know, okay, Saleh's with the Titans. I mean, I pronounced it wrong. It's Xerxes. I did pronounce that wrong. It rolled off the tongue.
Xerxes.
You were sharing all of these social media memes. I love the video. The video you did. If you don't, let me give you a pitch here, T.I. All right, ready? Have I got a follow for you? It is a one Titans Idiot Nation. Follow him for your funny clips. And there's a good 8-minute video of that scene with Gerard Butler and Xerxes. And I was like, how long is this clip, dude? Like, how long did it take you to edit their heads on? Can we talk about that? Like, dude.
Can't divulge my secrets, but you know, the kid's got some apps that do some things, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you bypass the free version and you actually pay for the yearly subscription, you can do some cool stuff, you know.
By accident, yeah. You're like, oh no. I just was impressed by how long the video was. I definitely helped your algorithm because I watched like the whole thing because I was more like engulfed in the scene because I'm trying to think back to the movie 300 where, because it's been forever. I remember the movie 300 because MySpace let you use 300 photos now. That was the big deal about the movie 300. I don't know if you remember this, but that was a big deal.
I mean, I remember going to see it in theater, really liking it, you know, getting a lot of folks together to watch it. And great movie, you know, great.
All the slow motion. That was the first movie that did that slow motion stuff.
I mean, it was I think it was one of Zack Snyder's first, you know, cinematic releases. It might not be his first, but it was his first successful one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Frank Miller was involved in it, but maybe he wasn't. I don't know. I know Frank Miller was involved in Sin City.
Had vibes,
you know, but
Frank Miller.
I feel like Frank Miller was involved, but I mean, who knows? But yeah, I mean, my brother he has been saying it for years. He's always like, man, Robert Saleh looks like Xerxes. Every time I see him, I think it's Xerxes. So naturally, when the Titans signed him, I was like, all right, well, that's going to be my memes. And yeah, I think I've only shared one regular photo of him, and I've shared 8 photos with Xerxes' head photoshopped on it. So people are like,
you're not the only one. It's catching on.
Yeah, people are like, I don't get it. And I'm like, well, if you haven't seen 300, then probably makes a lot of sense because you'd probably be like, who is this guy?
If you're younger than 37, then yeah, you may not get it. Like,
it is a pretty old flick. It is pretty old at this point.
Just telling you, yeah. But
I never saw the sequel to it, or I guess it really wasn't a sequel. It was like a continuation, but I never saw it.
What was it called? 600?
No, it was called like, I don't remember, man.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they actually did a continuation later down the road, but you know, you gotta. I mean, they did a continuation of Sin City as well. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. You can't just revisit it like 8 years later and expect people to care. You know,
the Mummy did. Remember that?
Yeah, and it did real well.
Yeah. Yeah. Next, you're gonna tell me there's like a Home Alone 4 or something out there. Oh,
there is, but I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
It was so lazy. They weren't really alone. They were just hanging out, but they're like, well, keep the franchise going.
No, Home Alone today would be like, you know, hey, Mom, you left me at home. Oh, crap. We gotta
on WhatsApp. They would just...
We got to turn the Uber around and go pick up our kid that we left at home. We're probably going to have to reschedule our flight. And,
no,
you know,
they wouldn't even get out of the driveway.
Averted.
Hold on. My Ring camera. Oh, Kevin's walking around upstairs. We can't leave yet. All right. End of movie. Like the Ring camera got him. All right. So this carousel, the coaching carousel, let's go through. So the Giants, we're talking about Harbaugh. So the Giants have the other Harbaugh. So let's break this down. Who's left? Arizona,
Washington,
man.
Cleveland.
These are some bad jobs, man. If Jane Daniels isn't going to be healthy,
Raiders,
Commander's
Oakland.
job isn't good. Yeah. You
Oakland
mean Vegas? You mean Vegas?
Yeah. I always call them Oakland. Something's weird about that situation to me. It's like you clearly have some great pieces of the puzzle on offense. You have the number 1 pick. You're going to take Fernando. He's a great quarterback. How do you not have a coach? I mean, what kind of coach wouldn't be clamoring to get that unless they are holding out for McDermott or holding out for Brian DeBoll, somebody that's got real experience? I don't know. It's weird to me because how are you just going to go with a no-name first-year coach, promote an OC or a DC in that position just so you can fire him in 2 years? I don't know. Something tells me that they maybe should have held on to Pete Carroll for one more year. Let him stabilize that. Let him figure out what they're doing. Give him a quarterback. Let him see what he's got, and then make that decision. Because right now, all the big names are scooped. I mean, except for McDermott. But do we even think McDermott wants to coach? I mean, he could take a year off. Maybe Raiders are holding out for Mike Tomlin and hoping they get him next year. I mean, because I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird to me. Yeah. If I was a coach, I would be all over that job. I mean, one, it's Las Vegas. It's it's not a top 5 city to play in, but it's still Las Vegas. You're always going to have folks in the stadium, whether it's visitors or away. You've got some great pieces on offense. You got a young running back, young tight end, about to have a young quarterback. I mean, those 3 pieces for the next 5, 6, 7 years could gel into something great. It's just very weird, man. I think it's ownership. I don't know. I think it's ownership. It has to be scaring people away. I'd be all over it if it was me. I'd be like, yeah, sign me up.
Okay, you talk about ownership. Wouldn't Tom Brady be at some of those meetings trying to get you to come?
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying Brady. I'm talking about bowl cut man, Mark Davis. But
hey, his girlfriend likes him for his smile.
That's right. And his haircut.
Just remember that. Yeah, remember that.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just very weird to me. I mean, Arizona makes sense. Nobody wants to be there. Washington's kind of interesting unless they're just trying to be selective and they're trying to get, again, DeBoll, McDermott. I mean, who else is out there? McDaniels is like, nah, I'm not taking Cleveland. I'm going to pull myself from there. Mike McCarthy's still out there, but I think he's going to wind up at Pittsburgh. So, I mean, he's born and raised in Pennsylvania, grew up a Steelers fan. It's a slam dunk. They want him. I mean, I think that's why he pulled himself from the Titans position. I think he was all over the Titans position. And then once Tomlin stepped down, he was like, well, I'm still going to entertain these interviews and see how I feel. But reports are he pulled himself from the running in Tennessee. And I think that has to do with the Steelers. I think he's zoned in on the Steelers and he's like, hey, if they pass on me, who cares? Maybe I'm not too concerned about coaching. So I could see him in Vegas too, man. I mean, I think he'd be a good fit there, man. He's got experience, got some young offense there. I look at McCarthy as more of an offensive guy than a defensive guy, and Raiders outside of Max Crosby don't have much going on defense, so they're really going to be trying to score points. They're just going to be outscoring their points. I mean, outscoring their opponents is going to be their philosophy this season, I think. At least try to. I mean, they're the Raiders. Raiders going to Raider.
You mentioned McCarthy. I don't see McCarthy as much offense. I see McCarthy as the guy mowing his lawn on the weekends that heads over to your garage when he hears clanking going on. What you working on there? V6? What do you got over there?
Yeah, I mean, there's
just a guy. I don't even.
I don't think he really
weird, man.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares too much. I think he's kind of like, yeah, if Steelers pick me up, cool. But if not, I'll hang out another year and see what opens up.
You talk about Xerxes and some of these guys, McDonald and Mike Tomlin. They look like coaches, and then McCarthy looks like your neighbor. Like, he does not look like anything. He looks like he ate a few footballs. Other than that, he does not look like he has anything to do with football. He used to run a hardware store. That didn't work out. He tried to do an online store. He really didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know how to ask for help. Like, I have a whole storyline for Mike McCarthy of just like a regular dude. Like, that's more what I see fit for McCarthy these days. It's just, I don't think anyone looks at him.
I think, and Brian Flores is a weird thing too. It's like he re-signs with Minnesota.
They're holding him hostage, basically, right? Like, what?
But he's like, if I'm still interested in being a coach. I mean, I could see him landing in Cleveland, but then again, I could see Jim Schwartz being promoted. I don't know. Cleveland's weird. I was on the podcast with the Bearded Browns guys last Saturday, and they're all distraught. They're just like, why does anybody want to coach here? Like, what is the deal? I mean, we know it's Cleveland, but You're like, is it Shedeur Sanders? Is it? I mean, they have a great defense. I don't know.
How
man.
about
just
pick
weird.
one? I got 19. I got about 19 different points we can go through. This isn't long enough of a podcast. And we would lose viewership.
But you've got, you look at that division though. You've got Steelers up in air now. You've got Baltimore with Minter. You've got the Bengals who are a mess. Even with Joe Burrow, we don't know who they are. I mean, it's a winnable division if you just got the right pieces. So,
but you don't have the right pieces. That's the whole.
I mean, you got a defense. I mean, that's one of the biggest pieces to fix, and biggest piece of the puzzle. And they've got one of the best ones. It's just like you get somebody in there that's a little offensive minded. They tweak a few things. I mean, got a good tight end. They don't have a true number one receiver. I think that's an issue. Jerry Jeudy ain't it. But David Njoku is a good tight end. I mean, and
the running back from Ohio State is good.
Yeah, and Shedeur Sanders has showed like glimpses of that he can compete. Doesn't mean he's a long-term answer, but they beat the Steelers. They should have beat the Titans if they weren't going for two twice, whatever that was about. So ridiculous. But so I don't know. I just think there's worse places to coach. I mean, would you rather coach in Arizona or would you rather coach in Cleveland? I mean, I would probably, if I'm picking between the two right now, I'd probably pick Cleveland, at least for the opportunity of being in a division you can win. I mean, you're not going to win in Arizona. I mean, Rams, Niners, Seahawks, no way, dude.
Yeah, that's rough. You are going to easily be the fourth best coach in your division. Like, even if you're pretty good, you're not over Shanahan, McVay, and McDonald. That is top tier. I mean, come on.
No, man.
Can you imagine as a Titans fan, you got my defensive coordinator, you got a popular guy in the NFL. I know you're excited. But could you imagine if one day you just woke up and either McDonald, McVay, or Shanahan was your coach? Like, you wouldn't be Titans Idiot Nation. You would be like Titans are for real. Like, you would have to change your name. Like, you would be like legit, like.
Well, I mean, I probably wouldn't change my name, but it'd be a little more exciting on Sundays. That's for sure.
No, for sure, man. Like, so no, I get it. Cleveland is definitely better than Arizona in that regard.
Come and look at both of our buildings.
Tell them that joke, So you mentioned Cleveland, and this is going to be juicy. You see, Baker Mayfield, like, oh, Kevin Stefanski twice a year, eh?
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be kind of fun.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, Baker's, he never strives away from the low road, He reminds me of Aziz Ansari on Parks and Rec. He's like, yeah, I always tell everybody take the high road because it leaves more room for me on the low road, That's what I feel like with Baker, And yeah, and he was really cast out like a dog, hung to dry for the Deshaun Watson deal. And didn't deserve it at all. I mean, it was really backlash from fans all across the NFL landscape. Everybody was like, can you believe Cleveland did this? So I don't blame Baker at all. Kevin Stefanski, I don't know if I believe in that guy. Michael Penix, I don't know if I believe in him. I don't know if I believe in Kirk Cousins has still got it. So Atlanta's got a lot to figure out. So, and talk about a winnable division. NFC South is very winnable no matter who the team is. So, I mean, that is definitely going to be fun to watch Baker go up against Atlanta twice a year. Looks like Carolina is making some strides. Saints are holding out for, Arch, so we'll see.
Well, and they like Shuck.
I was going to say, maybe not, because Shuck is good. I think if Shuck would have started at the beginning of the year, I think he may have won Rookie of the Year. He played phenomenal when his 8 starts or whatever he got. He put up serious numbers. Torched the Titans, freaking torched them. I was really impressed with him. I didn't know much about him in college. I guess he came out of Louisville. I think is in Louisville. I don't know. I didn't really watch him. I didn't really know much. I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. This guy, just some quarterback they drafted.
His name, you're like,
yeah, like Oyster Boy. But yeah, no, he's a good quarterback. So yeah, you're right. They may not need a quarterback depending on how their season goes. They may not even be looking at that. Jets might be holding out for Arch.
Gosh, and that's why you have quarterbacks going back to college this year.
Yeah, like Dante Moore. He's like, nah, thanks. I'm not going to the Jets. Thank you very much.
I'll stay with this green team. I don't want to go to that green team.
Yeah.
Even for the green. I'm staying. So smart decision. So another funny thing here that you pointed out, I'll be honest, you caught me off guard. I was not thinking of this, but leave it to a 1TI to point out that in the AFC championship game and the NFC championship game, coaching is all just
Mike and Sean. Mike,
that's it.
For Sean on one side of the ball, and Mike for Sean on the other side of the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we might have Mike and Mike, we might have Sean and Sean, or we might have Sean and Mike. Either way. So let's break this down.
If it's a Mike versus Mike Super Bowl, then Titans were onto something, with their history of Mikes.
McCoy, the real McCoy, and yeah. So, all right, the first game on Sunday will be the AFC. So here's what we have to really figure out. Can we come up with let's make this a game. Can you give me 5 reasons why, and not just like, well, I like their jerseys. 5 good reasons that you can convince me that Denver really can win. Because as content creators, man, I am not excited over a team that has Bo Nix, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's out, and you're like, what? And we talked about this stat. Jeff Hostetler had the record for least amount of starts to get, and then all of a sudden be boosted into a championship game with the New York Football Giants in 1990, I think it was, replaced Phil Simms. He had 5 starts. The quarterback for Denver now, Jarrett Stidham, has 1 less than Jeff Hostetler. So he has 4 starts. So here it is.
So 5. Can you give me
5 good points that you can convince me, like, okay, go ahead and sit down and watch this game.
All right. Well, one main point is it's AFC Championship. You're gonna watch it anyway. It's Broncos, Pats.
I don't like where you're starting.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Patriots could have possibly blown their load against Texans. They geared up for that monumental, once in a generation defense and just, ate them alive in the fourth quarter. But you're
not doing well. If this was around the horn, I was Reale, I would be deducting points. So I don't like
one. One is just AFC Championship. 2, Denver has phenomenal defense. They have a pass rush that might be the best in the NFL. 3, this is a Jarrett Stidham revenge game since he was drafted by the Pats. Any kind of revenge game, I don't care who you are, man. You want to show the team that drafted you they made a bad choice by getting rid of you.
Yeah.
4, Jarrett Stidham went to Auburn, so he's an Auburn quarterback. Even though he transferred, he was a good quarterback at Auburn, though. He really is a good quarterback. He just hadn't had a lot of opportunities. And that's the thing, man. Good quarterbacks, once they get those opportunities, look at one Tom Brady. 6th-round draft pick. Nobody knew who he was. Drew Bledsoe goes down, and then the rest is history. Bo Nix might be forced to join the Arizona Cardinals in a few years. This might be Jarrett Stidham's team. Stranger things have happened, right? Say Jarrett Stidham gets in there and wins this game, goes and wins the Super Bowl. People would be like, yeah, about that Bo Nix guy, No, all joking aside, Denver has a great running game. I feel like they have I'm not going to say they have better receivers than New England, but their receivers are just on par as New England's. Old man Stephon Diggs is he still at this point in his career any better than Cortland Sutton? I don't know. They're pretty equal at this point. Stephon Diggs is historically a better wide receiver, but he gets his 1 touchdown every 3 games, and he might get about 8 catches or he might get 5 catches. I mean, it's nothing where you're just like, it's not like Buffalo Bills Stephon Diggs or Minnesota Vikings Stephon Diggs, So, I mean, I just think that Denver has a good enough offense to basically give New England fits. New England's a better team, but, Drake May, I don't think has seen a pass rush yet. Like, I mean, Houston, has got a great defense, but, Denver's led the league in sacks, I think, the past 2 years in a row. I think there's a reason why. So, and final is Sean Payton, man. He's been there. He obviously knows what he's doing, man. So I think you're going to see a game. I'm not saying that Denver's going to win, but it's not going to be this blowout that I think like the media thinks it's going to be. And Sean Payton even said a quote about how they're going to get some rest. They're going to get 2 weeks of rest. So I mean, he even believes in his team, which I know that's coach speak. He's got to believe in him, but
right.
If the players keep hearing on paper that they don't have a stand a chance, and then their coach is walking around like he's intimidated, then they're going to get blown out of the water. But if your coach is in the locker room telling you you're going to win this game, you can win this game, there's a reason why you're going to win this game, then these cats start to believe him. So I'd rather have Sean Payton at the helm in a situation like this than
anybody else, really.
Yeah, I mean,
anybody else.
And let's be real, Mike Vrabel, here he is. He's this close. He's been here before. He's been in the AFC Championship before, the Titans. Sometimes you get that close again. You start, overthinking it. That's what he did. That's what he did with us. He started taking the play calls away from Dean Pease. I almost said in the KFC Championship, in the AFC Championship against KC.
Chicken.
I'd watch the KFC Championship.
Yeah. I'd eat it. I would eat the championship is what I would do.
But yeah.
I'll tell you that.
But yeah, I mean, I think those are things, man. You got a revenge game, you got a great running game, you got a great pass rush, you got a first-year coach. Well, not a first-year coach, but first year with the team coach versus somebody that's been to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, has dealt with adversity, had to take all the flack with the Russell Wilson stuff. I mean, he's experienced, so we'll see. I'll be tuned in. I'm not gonna just assume it's gonna be a blowout for New England. I'd love to see Denver win. I mean, just for the media hype and just obviously I'd love to see Stidham win too. It'd be great for him because he just, like I said, man, he just has not had the opportunities. He wasn't drafted to be a starter. He was drafted to be a placeholder for New England when they drafted him. And I mean, what'd you say? He's got what'd you say? 5 starts in his career?
No, 4? Hostetler had 5.
Yeah, he got 4. So he just hasn't had the opportunity.
So you mentioned Sean Payton. Here's a stat that you may forget. When Drew Brees was hurt that year, what was Teddy Bridgewater's record as the backup? Do you know?
He did pretty good. I think I did remember he did pretty good. Yeah, 5-0. I was going to say, I remember him doing pretty good. I didn't know if he lost, though.
5-0. So, to that point, that was the major thing that I was going to say, is one team has Sean Payton as their coach and the other doesn't. And Sean Payton, I do trust that, again, not that they will win. I'm not like, oh, they're gonna win. But I will admit that I am going to be locked in. I am watching. Had nothing to do with your points. I just wanted good content. Neener. But no, but Sean Payton, I think, is the X factor that you don't think he can find a way to get Jared ready. You don't think he can't find a way to call some offensive plays, get him rolling out with a tight end leaking to get a quick 6-yard gain. Maybe the tight end falls forward, gets an 8-yard gain, pumps up the crowd. They run the ball for a 10-yard gain next time. They run play action. He throws a 15-yard out, and now we're rolling. Is that out of the realm of possibility? Like, of course not. It's not that hard.
Wait a second. I've got the script. I've got the script here.
Yeah,
Hold on. They give you the script too? Because you pretty much nailed it right there. That's like the first 5 plays right there for Denver.
I'm just saying, like, it is not going to be that ridiculous if we see that. And you talk about confidence. there was I know we make fun of Mr. Clapper, Jason Garrett, but he was on me and Jeff from Sports with Balls, me and Jeff's buddy Dan Patrick. Jason Garrett was on Dan Patrick, and he said the number one thing that an offensive coordinator or the head coach or the guy who's looking over the offense, the number one thing he wants to do, and I've never heard this before, and this was interesting. The number one thing he wants to do is have the quarterback have 5 completions before he even knows he's on the field. And I kind of like that. Like, you want to get him in so much rhythm that he doesn't even know he's already got 5 completions. He's just out there playing football, doing what he loves to do. He doesn't know that he's even performing all that well. Like, oh, I already got 5 completions. No, you're just playing ball. Like,
I mean, all the pressure's on New England. I mean, at this point, nobody's given Denver a shot because Bo Nix went down. So it's like, he doesn't. If he goes in there and loses, it's not like people are gonna be like, oh, see. We know we couldn't believe in him. It's like, well,
we had a week to prepare. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's the backup quarterback. Like,
no pressure. And his teammates have to be telling him this. Like, hey, man, just be yourself. Play free and easy. We got your back. Defense has got to pat him on the back. Hufunga, Greenlaw.
I was going to say, also in situations like that, they, they'll often bring in some of the, number 4 and 5 wideouts because that's who he's typically working with at practice and stuff. And, there'll be some players that New England may have even scouted for. And so you just never know, man. I mean, anytime you have a backup quarterback, at least in situations I've seen in Tennessee and stuff, they always have a better repertoire of some of the more, 3, 4, 5 wideouts instead of the top 2. So you could see some no-name guy for Denver get a touchdown off the bat and be like, oh, well, him and Stidham have been working together on the scout team for years and blah, blah, blah. I mean, we've seen this story before, and we've all kind of chalked it up as a loss, and then we've all been shocked. I mean, like, hey, look, they actually pulled it out. So I think it'll be fun to watch, man.
Yeah, it would have been way more fun to see the dynamic of both our second-year quarterbacks, right, in Bo Nix and Drake May. Like, that was the build-up. I was already thinking about it for content, like with the podcast, when Sean Payton came to the podium and said, I might as well just tell you now. I'm like, what? Like, that was wild. Just the announcement and how it happened, and so quick after the game, and the way he said it was just like,
might as well tell you now. We had to take Bo Nix out and back and shoot him.
Shoot him we had to shoot him in the face.
Turn him into glue. Turn him into glue.
Yeah. But yes, I agree. It will be very interesting to see what Denver can do to help that guy out. He needs help. You can't just throw him out there. You have to run some bootlegs. You have to run some things that he's good at. You
can't consistently put him in 3rd and 8 and expect him to bail you out. Like, that ain't gonna work.
No. So the running game, stay what they say, ahead of the sticks. No stupid penalties. You can't pull an IU on 2nd and 1 and get a false start, right? You can't do things like that in this game. It's just not going to go well. But having said all that, I still think, look, I gave New England a really good chance if Bo Nix. Now, I know they wouldn't be favored if Bo Nix was playing, and now they are favored. So that tells you a lot. But
I still would have went with them. I mean, I don't know. I feel like New England's on a mission. There's a lot to prove there. Mike Vrabel's trying to prove he's the right guy. Josh McDaniels trying to prove that he can do it without Belichick. Drake May's trying to prove that, hey, I can be a successor for Tom Brady. Because, I mean, who wants to fill those shoes, man? It's kind of like, following up Nick Saban or following up, whoever. I mean, not everybody, like the Niners get to go from Joe Montana to Steve Young, or the Packers go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you got a Hall of Fame quarterback. Nobody wants to follow in their footsteps. So Drake May looks like he's up for the task, man. And what better way to do that than get you a Super Bowl? So, and on the flip side, we've seen young quarterbacks get Super Bowls and never even go back again, like Aaron Rodgers. So, you're this close, and you want to seize the opportunity. So
the AFC, yeah, that's cute. The AFC is not winning the Super Bowl this year. It's not going to be close in my opinion.
I mean, I don't know. It just
and
depends.
That's where we're going next.
I think they could if they get the Rams. If they get the Seahawks, I don't think
it's
so.
over.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's jump into that. So, as a fan of football,
there's no Malcolm Butler to intercept Russell Wilson's pass.
There's no dumb coaching either at this point. It's all Sean and Mike's. So
why did you not hand the ball off to Marshawn? It was so stupid.
Remember the league where Marshawn's in and he's like, "Oh, throw me a beer. Oh, just hand it to me. Oh, no, I'll just throw it. Like, oh, I'm right here. Why don't you just hand it to me?"
Yeah.
The fact that they got Marshawn to do that, Marshawn was laughing on the sideline when it happened, if you recall. In that Super Bowl, he had such a disconnect with that offense.
He probably told coach, like, "Hey, give me the ball here.
Give me the
Super
ball."
Bowl.
Yeah. And he's just laughing at him like, "Nope, you made the wrong call." So, all right, let's get into I've made peace with it, if you're wondering. I'm okay. I can talk about it. We can talk LA versus Seattle. I'll be good. It will be a good football game. I'm excited as a football fan. I'm a little heartbroken, but
will it? I mean, we just saw what they did to you guys, 41-6. Are we not so sure that we're not going to see another 34-12 or 38-14?
No. I mean, you really look. I'd be okay with it, but come on, let's really think about this. So
I don't know.
First of all, Sam Darnold has not proven 1,000,000,000% that he's that dude. He had one good game against a defense that was put together by Xerxes with duct tape.
Brad Johnson, Trent Dilfer. I mean, he doesn't have to. Have to.
And I get it. I get it. However, Brad Johnson didn't throw weird interceptions. And,
he just threw
Sam
weird.
Darnold has the ability.
Weird.
He had weird elbow pads. Remember, Brad, his elbow pads were weird. Remember those 2 elbow pads he had? That was weird. Like, dude, come on. What are you, 50? But yeah, I'm just saying the Rams have the MVP. First of all, can you concur? The Rams have the MVP.
It's him or Drake May. It's one of the two. I don't know at this point.
It's not Drake May.
Depends on what happens this
NFL week. No, it doesn't, because it's already made. The MVP's already votes already in.
I know it's regular season, but still, man. I mean, Matt Stafford was this close to watching the NFC Championship from the couch. So, Drake May was not. I mean, he made a couple turnovers, but he got his act together.
Bro,
so.
But it doesn't matter. It's over as soon as week 18 is over, the votes are in. It's not about the playoffs. The MVP has nothing to do.
Oh, I know.
We watch NFL Honors hosted by John Hamm. That award is already done. And did you see he's hosting it?
No, we could do better than John Hamm. I like John Hamm, but come on, we can do better than that.
We'll see how he does. He could be funny.
No, he's good. He is funny. He's funny. I feel like he's just because he's real popular with that meme right now. That's probably why he's hosting.
Yeah,
the one where he's dancing
on, like Saturday Night Live and and singing. Yeah,
but no, I mean, Matt Stafford is for sure. I mean, he's gonna win the MVP.
Okay, and then Puka. Who's covering Puka? Devontae Adams.
Kyren
Williams.
Who's covering them? The defense has been top tier all season. I think it doesn't really matter at this point. They can cover whoever.
They lost to him already.
Yeah, but they lost to you guys too, and you guys are going to all swap around those division games. But when the shit hits the fan, it really matters. I just don't know, man. I can't bet against Seattle.
So let me ask you this: it sounds like you would be willing to bet that the AFC Championship game will be closer in score than the NFC.
I do. I think so. So. I just think that Seattle smells blood in the water. They're just like, we just beat the Niners 41-6. We got the Rams coming in here who has struggled against the Panthers, who barely beat the Bears. I just think they're like, all we got to do is get up early on them. But again, you make one mistake. We make one mistake early, and the whole momentum shifts.
That's what I'm saying. Darnold is due to maybe make a mistake. I'm just saying.
But Matt Stafford has nothing to prove. Darnold has everything to prove. Pressure is definitely on his shoulders. And I just feel like maybe he takes that next step, man. And then, the Jets are just sitting back like, oh, man.
You know what happens?
We should have kept that guy.
You know what happens sometimes when you have everything to prove? You see ghosts. Sometimes when you have nothing to prove, you could throw for 4 touchdowns, free and easy.
But I mean, he had that, had that comeback against them, and I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he had what? I know he had another game. I think the first time they played, I think he had 4 picks. And then I think the second time they played, he still had turnovers, but ended up leading the comeback. So he's got it in him. He's got it in him to go both ways. He's a little bi-curious on the field. Sometimes he likes to score touchdowns. Sometimes he likes to throw picks.
You had me at curious. So I will say I think the NFC Championship game will be closer than the AFC Championship game because I really put a lot on the injury.
KFC. What about the KFC Championship? How close will that one be?
Between that and the Pop-Tart Bowl, that would be a very awesome halftime show with Snoop Dogg and maybe Shane Gillis just for fun, just like let's have some fun and eat some food.
I think Seattle wins by 13. I think New England wins by 10. That's what I think. I don't think it's going to be that stark for contrast. I just think
but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
All right. And I'll go I'll go that I think it'll be like a 3-point game for the NFC Championship game. And I think it'll be between 7 and 13 point, where it'll just be more than a field goal is what I'm thinking for the AFC.
But we both agree it's
the teams we agree will be New England and
we both
Seattle
Seahawks.
Yeah. Sea Chickens.
And then
I've already said it's going to be 27-17 in the Super Bowl.
In the cheaters, for the New England cheaters.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champs, and I don't like it going down in my own backyard, but that's the way she goes.
Not going to break my heart to see Seattle beat New England, beat Mike Vrabel. I don't have any ill will to Mike Vrabel. I hate seeing him coach in New England, but I also think that he kind of gave up on the Titans a little bit to some degree. I don't think he wanted to be here.
Going through the motions after a while.
I think it was inevitable that he was going to be in New England no matter what. So,
Yeah. It's like, all right, go do your thing.
Titans fans are kind of like, oh, I'll just, he would be doing that here. It's like, no, he wouldn't be doing it here. He's at a place where he feels comfortable, a place where he, has a Hall of Fame career. He's at a place where he has a great relationship with the owner. It's all happy endings in New England.
Oh, I see what you did there. Mm-hmm. Well, we are to our happy ending. This is where I remind you to check us out on social media, wherever you get your social media. Also, make sure, as it's hoodie season, it's parka season. Look, it's so cold. T.I. can't even has to record inside, but he's got the two-tone blue at least to keep him warm as well. So that's always good. So thanks for hanging out with us. Man, have fun watching the Final Four of the NFL, and new episodes of Sports Idiot Nation come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means we will see you on Monday. Thank you for watching this episode of Sports Idiot Nation. Remember, we are on all social media and on YouTube, and the podcast can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Remember, new episodes are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And remember, because you watch Sports Idiot Nation,
you would be the smartest idiot in the whole world.